following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you could just lock me up? Nah. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, let's
No, please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So Oz, this week we got another edition of Open Mic, and we got a crowd favorite coming back. Somebody that I've had a couple people from the network ask about, and for the longest time had the highest reviewed and downloaded episode.
Indeed.
Of our podcast.
Indeed.
Before I get into the guests, do you have any words about our guests?
I do. I just want to say, what's up, good people, first off. And also, I just want to say I am very honored to have this esteemed guest. Yes, he has held the record for the most views. For the most listened, most downloads, most audio, informational, obtaining, digesting of any.
He did.
That we've had. And I want to say, having Suave the Thinker, or as I like to call him, STT, have him here on, this is my first time ever calling him that, but it is an honor to have him on the show, and I'm excited to hear what he's been doing with Black M.A.S.S. and just seeing what's on his mind for this open mic. Anyway.
So you're really not going to let him do anything. Like, that was not your job to introduce Black M.A.S.S.
I mean, I would just like to thank you for that amazing, I would say that's an amazing intro, and I'm honored to be on Take a Knee, man. I love Take a Knee. Black M.A.S.S. loves Take a Knee. We're not huge Arrow supporters, but we love Take a Knee and everything else that they talk about.
Well, it's because you're smart. That's why. The best thing that Green Arrow, the TV show, ever did was decide to end that TV show. So, I'm hoping for a crossover between Black Lightning, Legends of Tomorrow, and Green Arrow, and they're all fighting in a trash dump because that's probably where they belong.
Oz has never seen Green Arrow before, by the way.
I know.
No,
Green Arrow
like a true vigilante, you don't see him. You just see the work that he's done, and you're like, damn, who fucked that up? Anyway, so trying to keep this PG, trying not to curse too much, but when we bring up Green Arrow, it literally makes me see green. And
makes you see money, huh?
Either. Oh, I guess it's green. I guess green is jealousy, but I am jealous of that CW said, let's make a show. That's just horrible. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough.
Man, but you have a few points, but I just want to talk about DC Universe, man. You guys need to talk more about DC Universe, man. And I know Ozzy Killmonger talks about it a lot, but I'm here to reinforce today, man.
Hey, Suave, can I not to interrupt, and I'm gonna let you have your thing because you're our honored guest. But let me say something.
Yo, that's the second time you've cut him off since he's been on in 5 minutes.
And this dude, and Regular Scott cuts me off.
Regular Scott.
But hey, Suave, I'm gonna give you the mic back, but please reiterate: isn't DC Universe turning out to be a joy?
Oh man, it's a joy. It has comic books. It has shows. It has original shows. They just released Swamp Thing. It has Young Justice.
Swamp Thing's canceled.
Dude, man, Suave, keep going because I just watched Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Keep going.
It's canceled, but
I'm gonna keep watching. I'll watch the first season.
I didn't even get to check out the first episode. I just saw they put Swamp Thing on. Wait, so it's canceled?
It's canceled. Yeah, it's officially been canceled after one episode.
Doom Patrol lasted, and it had no plot whatsoever, but it was pretty comical.
Dude, but when they break the fourth wall every time, I literally wrapped up Doom Patrol and Swamp Thing yesterday, and Cyborg. I have my issues with a lot of them, but I just want to say, it was interesting, man.
Dang, so they canceled Swamp Thing after the first episode?
Yeah, see, the way I'm understanding it is Swamp Thing was kind of on its way to being canceled even kind of before it was released, just because there was a lot of drama getting the shows together, and they had to do a lot to get the episodes together. And I personally haven't checked it out yet. I need to check out Swamp Thing, but yeah, it's been canceled. They've already, you know how Twitter do. They've already started a petition to keep it alive.
Okay, good, because they need to keep it alive. And just shout out to DC Universe, man. And I know DC can't really battle with Marvel in the movies cinema realm, but this little network that they have is going good, and it has classics like Batman and Superman, all the Batman and Superman movies, even the Wonder Woman movie from the 1970s, even has the Shazam show. But he was known as Captain Marvel or Mr. Marvel or whatever.
I think like Captain Marvel and Birds of Prey.
Yeah, and Birds of Prey. They have all those shows, so just shout out to them.
And for your heartthrobbers, Suave, they even have the Human Target. How terrible!
Yeah, I haven't checked that out. I don't think I am. But they also have comics, and that's why I'm here to talk about the Legion of Superheroes, my favorite comic series that has been on the DC Universe that you can check out. It has the 60s version, the 90s version, the 2000s versions, the rebirth versions, and everything. So just shout out to them, man. And I just want to talk about the Legion of Superheroes because I don't know if you guys like him, but Lightning Lass / Livewire, he's my favorite superhero right now.
Hey, Suave, I'm so glad you're on this show because let me tell you, I don't know if I mentioned it to folks, but growing up, all I would ever consume was Legion of Superheroes. I was a Legion of Superheroes fan from early in the 80s. I just loved, was it R.J. Brand or just like the story behind everything is very complex. There's some beautiful things, and then there's Superboy and Supergirl who made trips there, and they did the one of the best little short stories was when they had they used to do the Descendants of Superheroes. It's cool, man. It's cool.
Wow.
They had one Suave where I think her name was Laurel. I got to research it, but she was the descendant of Superman, and she still had all the Kryptonian abilities and everything to a little bit of a lesser degree. But it's cool premises, man. It's very cool story, and they have the Legion of Substitute Heroes, and they have the Legion of Substitute Heroes there, and they also have You have like the Junior Legion too, where you have to train before you're a Legionnaire. There's a good backstory behind that, by the way.
Definitely is, man. I gotta check out the Junior. I haven't heard about those or the Descendants of Superman. So.
I'm gonna nerd you out, dude. But hey, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Tell us, why do you like Lightning Lad / Livewire, who's a very complex person, but tell us why you like him so much.
So I like Lightning Lad / Livewire. He's kind of a bit of I would like to say douchebag, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it on your network because got rules and stuff. But he's
who do you think we are? You think we're a children's network? You think this is Nickelodeon or something?
Hey, this isn't Nick Jr.
Man,
this is more Nick at Night. This is more Cinemax stuff. Okay.
Okay. So it's Cinemax. So all right.
No,
so
we're not. We're not Cinemax.
Okay, well,
we're not Cinemax.
Think of us.
Really?
Okay,
Cinemax.
Think of us more as AMC.
AMC.
AMC's a movie brand chain.
What? Okay, think of us more as. Think of us more as Adult Swim on Cartoon Network.
Okay.
This dude said Cinemax.
That was a drink.
How old are you?
Oh my dude. Hey, dude, I'm old, man. Let me tell you something. The Vandal Savage and the Immortal Man ain't got nothing on me, dude.
Shout out to West Coast J, Macho Man Vandal Savage.
West Coast J.
Suave, while you were talking about Lightning Lad, did you know that he's actually has 2 other siblings?
Yes, he does.
Now, one was a bad guy named Lightning Lord.
Yes. And
the other one, back in the day, everyone on that planet has a sensitivity to lightning, to lightning-ish abilities and stuff. But those 3 got the powers. And so the premise behind Legion of Superheroes was that each Legioner was the finest representation of their planet. So like, Cosmic Lad, he was had the best magnetic abilities. But so those 3 siblings, Lightning Lass lost her abilities and became Light Lass, which means that she could control weight and density. All their stuff is very complex, man.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I like it. I also like the year 3000 aspect of how Earth is now just a bunch of cities and domes. I like that aspects of it too. But New Metropolis still stands. But I like Lightning Lad because of his powers, his ability, and then basically, even though he is a douchebag, you still see good qualities of him, and he's always ready to be a superhero, especially. And he shows his sister, Lightning Lass, just a way of how to behave. And right now, I'm on issues where they battle against the Fatal Five. They're very good.
The Fatal Five. They're brutal.
Yeah, they're brutal. They're super brutal. But I really, really do like it. I really do. And Legion of Superheroes, I would definitely recommend it. And recommend DC Universe to anybody who's looking for another platform that isn't satisfied with Netflix and things of that nature.
No, I mean, I recently rewatched Titans, and I rewatched that one episode that had Robin, the Jason Todd Robin, fighting like 20 police officers, man. They don't play, dude. I was sad about Swamp Thing, so I was going to be like, dude.
Yeah, man, I'm sad about it, too. Thank you, Regular Scott, for telling me, because I had no idea.
No, don't thank him, man. He don't do nothing but bring bad news, man. Every time I talk to this guy, I'm like, hey, I really enjoyed the show. It got canceled. I'm like, come on, man. You got to stop that with me.
Hey, look. Before I give out any more bad news, allow me to set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with my co-host, the comic connoisseur himself, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. Ozzy, say what's up.
What's up, good people?
And then we got all the way from the Black M.A.S.S podcast, and I'm sure he's going to tell you all about that. One of the crowd favorites, and spoiler alert, someone who will be on the upcoming Battleground that will be dropping here in the summer, Suave the Thinker.
Yes, Suave the Thinker is here. Thank you guys for having me again, man. I'm trying to get my ratings up. I want this show to be more than the last one. So thank you for having me, and I will definitely enlighten people on Black M.A.S.S. if you haven't heard of it. Black music, anime, sports, and sci-fi. And I appreciate Take a Knee, man. You guys are like our older brother station, man. But Black M.A.S.S, we're as deep as Wu-Tang, so we're hoping that we can get as much information as possible to the people. So check us out on SoundCloud.
Okay. Now listen, be very careful comparing yourself to Wu-Tang because that's very sacred ground you're treading on.
I'm trying to tell you I'll say it with confidence, like Kawhi basically did in the finals.
36 chambers.
Hey, shout out to Kawhi Leonard, man. Bump the Warriors, bump Steph Curry, bump Draymond Green. Hey, West Coast Jay, shots fired at you because you're a Warriors fan, so shots fired at you, okay? Raptors all the way.
What he's doing is amazing, but it's not over yet. Klay Thompson once said, when someone asked him, Klay, are you winning the championship? Another championship? He said, this year, earlier in the year. So I'm not going to say who asked him that.
Hey.
But he really said that, so I'm not worried about it. So we'll see.
Hey,
3 more games left.
Suave, let me tell you this. There's only been one man. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. There is only one king that has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit. And the Warriors certainly don't have no king on their team. I'm going to just leave it at that.
We will see.
We will see. So tell us a little bit about a little more about Black M.A.S.S. and I know you kind of gave an overview what you talked about, but talk to us a little bit maybe about your last episode and kind of what people can expect in the future from you guys.
Sure. So our last episode, we basically talked about top 5. So we talked about top 5 music, top 5 anime. So the top 5 animes, I know a lot of people who are interested in comics are also interested in animes. And so we talked about actually some classics like Yu Yu Hakusho. We also talked about Gundam, because Gundam X-Wing is one of my favorite shows ever. I think it's probably the best Gundam version ever done.
It's a Gundam.
It's just, it's it's a Gundam. And then we talked about Naruto, and of course we talked about the sacred anime. And shout out to Pipe Man the Hype Man, one of my co-hosts, and Prince Aji, another one of my co-hosts, because we're always arguing which one is better between Dragon Ball series and the Naruto series, because Pipe Man the Hype Man thinks Naruto has a better storyline, but you can't compete, in my eyes, with Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, so I got a question. Can I just interrupt again, as I'll be doing throughout this 5-hour special episode? Hey, so Naruto is the 9-tailed fox, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so but now in this there's a new series that has a younger looking
Naruto. It's his son.
Oh, so where is Naruto? Where's Daddy Naruto?
Well, spoiler alert! He becomes the 5th Hokage. The 6th Hokage. Sorry. He becomes the 6th Hokage of the village. So Naruto, the orphan teen who everybody hated, becomes the strongest ninja in the village and rules over the village. And so it's about his son. I haven't heard good things about it. I haven't checked that out yet, but I will check it out so I can tell you guys what's going on.
But he's alive and he's around, right?
Oh yeah, he's alive and he's around. He's the best ninja ever, to be honest.
He has to be being the 9-tailed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's about his son, the adventures of his son. So do we ever establish who the mother is? Is it the pink-haired girl? I don't know what her name is.
No, it's not. It's not Sakura.
No way. Are you serious?
With Sasuke, it's Ichina. So it's the girl. It's the girl who is actually a crowd favorite. Who everybody hates Sakura. From the Black M.A.S.S team, everybody pretty much thinks Sakura is useless, but they like Ichina. And she's from the clan where they can see basically the parts on your body, which will immobilize you. So her power is to see the parts on your body and just attack them. Bop, 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 bop. And so Boruto, I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure he has a bit of Naruto's power and Ichina's powers.
Oh, so he's trying to be the ultimate warrior type dude.
Yeah, basically. I'm going to check that out. And then I also talked about, shout out to My Hero Academia, an amazing anime, an amazing show that everybody I would suggest to watch, which basically has elements of the DC Universe and Marvel Universe in an anime show, which is basically about paid heroes and then a group of children learning to in a superhero high school learning to become heroes, and that show's an amazing show. So that's what we really talked about on my last podcast. We didn't really get into much sports, but the podcast before we were talking about how the Raptors suck and how Kawhi would be the greatest if he brought him to the finals. So I had to eat my words, man, because if you can bring Kyle Lowry to the finals, man, you're a very impressive player. And people can talk about Michael Jordan all they want, but Michael Jordan could not bring Kyle Lowry to the finals, man.
Why do people always compare present and past players? Like it was a different era too, so I don't understand why people do that.
I think it's because old people just want to show how old they are sometimes. Just want to be like, you couldn't see this, but how would I know, man? I'm just a 40-year-old. I'm just a 40-year-old Suave the Thinker, man. A lot of wisdom in my age.
What did you just say?
Wait, you said you're a 40-year-old?
Yeah, I'm a 40-year-old. Just kidding. I'm not 40, but I'm not gonna tell my age either. But a lot of wisdom in my age.
Yeah, I agree. Suave the Vandal Savage.
All right, let's. I got a couple news tidbits, and then we're gonna hop right back into our open mic
let's
session.
go back to shouting out the DC universe.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's shout out the DC universe.
All right. Well, here's a shout out to the DC universe. Dr. Light has been officially cast in Titans season 2.
Oh Jesus!
Wow.
They're bringing them all out, dude.
Sticking with the DC universe, not the app, but now we're going to the movie verse. Vanessa Hudgens is rumored to be playing Catwoman.
No.
To counter Robert Pattinson as Batman.
No.
Vanessa, like from
High School Musical?
Wow.
They're definitely trying to make a High School Musical Batman. No, we can't stand for it.
Well, the thing is, when Batman, I'm excited to see, because we know Batman is a nocturnal fighter, but I'm excited to see him in the daylight when he's shimmering with diamonds.
Yes.
Because that's what all vampire Nosferatu Batman do. You know what? I'm going to say it right now. Boy, I'm probably going to eat my words, but I bet you Robert Pattinson is going to be amazing.
Don't say that too fast.
It's all about who they get as Alfred, dude. It's all about the Alfred, and it's all all about the Batcave.
No, it's not. It's all about the story.
Okay, fine.
As long as
it's all about not having nipples on your
not having
arm.
sex with Batgirl, I'll be fine.
Dude, thank you. Shout outs to not sleeping with your underage best friend, crime fighting daughter.
Sidekick.
Yeah, you're done. Well, I mean, look, I don't want to dwell on this because we got a lot of things to do, and I'm trying to be. And as I get older, I'm trying not to hold on to my anger. But yo, man, this Batman in that universe, whatever, not in our universe, that universe slept with Batgirl. Not only does he have to confront Robin, but he's got to be like, yeah, Commissioner Gordon. I need to tell you something. Now, come on, dude. Come on, bro.
You see Commissioner Gordon trying to turn on the bat signal, but he just has a bat in his hand, just ready.
Oh, no, dude. He's like, oh, yeah. Batman's like, Jim, what's the emergency? He's like, the emergency is I'm about to kick your ass. Yeah. I just found out what you did to my daughter, dude. Come on, man. And you got Catwoman, too, who's pissed off.
Just a lot of people pissed off. A lot of fans pissed off.
Well, let's shift gears a little bit from being pissed off. Let's go to the Marvel Universe and something that would have pissed you off even more.
Here we go.
A rumor from GV Nation, has just come out and said that in 2010 they were thinking about doing an X-Men Fantastic Four Civil War movie. Now, we reported on this last week about how they were planning on doing a big crossover with the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Daredevil. Now there's been more information to come out that says it was going to be more of a Civil War type movie. And it was going to happen after Johnny Storm goes Nova, killing Molecule Man, which would spark a Registration Act type. And, they would have them fighting on both sides, one be for, one be against it. Mm-hmm. One of the key matchups was going to be Wolverine versus Mr. Fantastic. and it was going to have Reed Richards. I'm sorry, I quote. It says, Reed Richards pinning Wolverine down, extending his hands until they're 1 molecule wide, and using them as scissors to cut the mutant's arms off. Eventually, the heroes make peace, leading to a post-credit scene that teases what's next: a Skrull invasion.
That would have been dope, minus that silliness of Wolverine's arms being cut off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, does he regrow him and attack?
And that was a news report from the Hollywood Reporter.
So see that it's just so short-sightedness and short CGI-ness. So here's another thing: if Mr. Fantastic really wanted to just destroy Wolverine, he would just stretch himself super thin and go inside of his body. You know what I'm saying? He would just take his arm and just and go right into his throat and stretch it all into his body. Done.
But how would he hurt the skeleton?
He doesn't need to hurt the skeleton. You hurt the internal organs. I don't care about your unbreakable skeleton when I have infected your normal head and heart. Come on, man. And lungs, too. Short-sighted thinking, dude. That's why, again, the Fantastic Four, the first family of the Marvel Universe, is one of the most powerful families on the Marvel Universe. And by the way, Johnny Storm going Nova would not affect the Molecule Man at all.
What? I was gonna ask, did Michael P. Jordan go Nova as Johnny Storm?
Dude, it's gonna be Michael B. Jordan, and then the Thing from the first Fantastic Four movie, who was 5'7".
The guy from the Shield.
The Shield, the commish.
The commissioner from the Shield.
The commissioner from the Shield, who's 5'7". Yeah, come on, son. You know.
Hey, those first Fantastic Four movies have a little bit of redeeming qualities.
They definitely
Chris
were better
Evans.
than whatever they put out last, so I'll go with them too.
Chris Evans.
I like Mr. Fantastic. He was alright in the first couple.
Yeah,
he was a good
was
Mr.
okay.
Fantastic.
He was okay.
Silver Surfer stole the spotlight in the second one, though.
Right, and Galactus made you go, damn, this is sucking.
All right, well let's I'm gonna play a quick commercial because that's all we got for the news tidbit, and then once we get back from this commercial, we're gonna jump right into the open mic. We got Suave the Thinker here from the Black M.A.S.S podcast, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is not one of Oz's rants that's about to happen. So don't go get in the shower. Don't do any of that.
Don't go in the shower.
Yeah, he'll. Don't worry. His rant's coming. You got plenty of time to get your shower. But in the meantime, check this commercial out. We'll be right back.
Hey, Siri.
Hey, how may I help you?
Play the Relationship Status Podcast.
Playing the Relationship Status Podcast.
I would ask him, what are you doing? Where are you going with this? What are you trying? And he really didn't have, a real answer.
Okay.
So I didn't feel like we were going to be compatible later on down the line.
I think that goes back to something I've often heard and think myself, that men date women thinking they're never going to change, and women date men
thinking that they are.
Thinking that they can change them.
Relationship Status. New episode every Monday at 12 noon on Defy Life Network.
And we are back. You all definitely make sure you check out Relationship Status. It's a really good episode, or a really good show. They have, different things, different topics all the time. Suave, what type of advice do you have for the people on relationship statuses?
Man, relationship statuses, man. You need to get you somebody. There's no point of going out in the club. Spider-Man wouldn't be nothing without Mary Jane. Just like my man Flash wouldn't be nothing without Iris West.
You are not the Flash.
The show Flash definitely wouldn't be nothing without Iris West.
True that.
So I'm saying you need to get you somebody who can hold you down, who's going to help you out.
And hold you up.
You're going to help out. And it just, because the club is crazy, man. You don't want to be Green Arrow and just out here angry at your wife for no reason, man. You want to be Barry.
Right. You want to be Barry, so that you want your woman to be like, hey man, I know you're doing great and you're a superhero. So now since you're a superhero,
I'm a
superhero too because you are. Yeah, that's the woman you want. Not the woman who's like, looking out for you, taking care of you and not worrying about no shine because she knows she holds it down. She don't need that shine. You want the woman who's like, I need my shine.
Would you be willing to be like, all right, I'm sacrificing myself so I can go to jail? Because you hold it down so good.
Hey, look, that's what a real relationship like. I bet you Barry wouldn't have went to jail for Iris West. I'll put you like that.
Yeah, because Barry not crazy.
Because Barry's soft. Barry is soft and causes his own drama.
Barry's not, man. Barry is just trying to do the right thing. Sometimes when you're trying to do the right thing, you inevitably do the wrong thing.
Bump him, and I bump. Hey, look, why you getting me mad at Iris West? Me and Iris West been cool till you got on the show, Suave.
well, here's my problem with all this. Everybody just said, "Yeah, man, you're a superhero, so you want a woman who's gonna make." If you're a superhero, she makes herself. It makes her feel like a superhero too. How is that a bad thing? Because that can only. Because whoa, let me finish. Let me finish here. Let me finish here. Thank you. Now, if she feels like a superhero because she knows you're doing your thing and you're a superhero helping out, how can that be a bad thing when you are a dynamic duo now? How is that a bad thing?
Because you're not a duo.
Let me tell you something, man. You don't want to be you can go to the club, but at 1:59 a.m., mainly on the South, everything turns out the same. Everybody's sad. Everybody leaving. What you want in a relationship, I may not know a lot, but I know a couple things. For me, what you want in a relationship is someone who's got your back, dude. Hey, I got your back and your sides, man. She ain't got to be in front, but you should want her to be in front because she's got your back and your sides.
Mark Jeffrey, Suave, did you just hear this dude talk in a circle on his own? He just went full circle and said that you want a woman like Iris West, who definitely puts herself in the forefront. Then he came back full circle and said, but you want someone who doesn't want the attention at the same time.
But see, how's everybody hating on Iris West?
He's talking in a circle right there.
When Barry was lost, she still kept it going on, and she still believed Barry wasn't lost.
That's because she thinks she's the Flash.
No, not at all. She kept it going because she believed that her dude was not lost. So there's a really good classic Elseworld that they did for the Flash. I won't say classic because it's kind of underground and it just got lost in translation. So Vandal Savage, it's the Flash versus Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage in 1964 tried to assassinate JFK. Well, the Flash heard about it, and he intercepts the bullet, and he takes the bullet for the president. Metaphor, all that extending. And it turns out Vandal Savage knew the Flash was going to do it and had a special bullet that would paralyze him. So the Flash is paralyzed from the neck down, but he still has his mercurial brain, and so he's making all these advances because he's a scientist at his heart. Iris West is holding it down, and there's a little classic line that people don't forget about that she goes, yeah, who's been with you through all your super speed bouts of depression, through all your anxiety, through taking care of you and stuff like that? Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, you could be the Flash and be super, super speedy, but everybody needs a proper Alfred.
I'm not doubting that.
Yeah,
but
you are.
No. But she's not the Flash. She's not a superhero. She is not the Flash. That is my gripe. She is not
but
the
here's
Flash.
The thing. Here's the thing.
So go ahead, Suave.
I think that she does this. You know how Steph Curry can score 40, 45 a night, but with Klay Thompson not playing the defense, if Klay Thompson not making those extra shots, then it doesn't matter, man.
Amen. Thank you. Hey, Suave, get him, Suave.
But, hey, Suave, I'm glad you brought up Klay Thompson. How many times has Klay Thompson said, Steph Curry, you're not the MVP. We're the MVP.
The MVP. He said it a lot. I agree with him now because after you see what happened to them in Game 3.
No, how many times has Klay Thompson said that?
He said it.
He's never said that. Right. He's never said that we are the MVP. He has never said that.
So point being this. We gonna hate on this girl for a writer who had a bad day and had a bad line?
Yes, I'm hating on the character. That is
man.
exactly what I'm doing. What do you mean?
So,
the character said it. I'm hating on the character.
Well, regular Scott, let me break it down to you. When the line that she says, "You're not the Flash, we're the Flash," well, guess what? Who coined the term "the Flash" for them in the first place? Get back to basics. Who coined the term?
She didn't. She called him the Blur.
Then who?
Not on the show. Yeah. That is not canon on the show. Whatever happened in the comics is not on the show.
Okay, well then, hey, so then if we ain't talking about canon, if the show ain't canon, then we ain't got no beef with Iris West because Iris West has been nothing but the pillar. Iris West is the reason why the Flash goes on into the future.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all.
I don't know how biology works in your end, but when you get a woman pregnant and she gives birth to twins and the Flash legacy goes on, that's how it works. But you tell me something else, Mr. Clone. Okay, go ahead.
What do you mean? That has nothing to do with anything.
Hey, look, Barry Allen by himself is just a lonely Flash, and we've seen that happen already. Barry Allen with Iris West created the whole other, like the generations of other Flashes. Kept him grounded, kept him stable when the reverse. The only reason Barry Allen ain't lose his mind when Reverse Flash, Dr. Zoom, whatever, did all this stuff was because he had a good woman like Iris West. Hit him up.
So what you're saying is because Iris West is a good wife that she's the Flash.
Dude,
she's not the Flash.
You misunderstand. You misunderstand. You mistake her apron for apron.
No, now you're trying to turn it into a whole different.
Her apron.
You're trying to turn the argument now.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Now you're trying to turn.
Hey, homie, let me finish. You know, you want to interrupt because you know the thought's coming and you know you ain't got no argument for it. The apron that people allegedly see on her is just a cape backwards. That's all it is. Okay, she's holding it down for everybody. And when her brother got a hold of the powers, dude, she locked it down. When Barry was gone, she was the reason why. Sweating. Hey, we got an emergency over here in this area. Go at it, dude. Give her props, dude. Stop
She's
hating.
not the Flash.
Stop hating, dude. Hey, let me tell you something, man. When you dig down deep, regular Scott. I mean, like dig down beneath the bedrock, deep though, dude. You gonna have to figure out, man. Iris West and Captain Marvel, they're great, and Wonder Woman too. You got an issue with women unless they're Xena.
This
Captain
dude,
Marvel, she's great.
Yeah, hey Oz,
hey,
he likes to say things to get attention from people on the show. Like he knows that's going to get a reaction from him saying that, so that's why he said that.
I'm not saying that because it's going to get a reaction. I'm just saying
Black
because
M.A.S.
it's just true.
Women, but Captain Marvel had weights, could move planets. That's kind of it. I don't know if that's comic book canon, but I was like, what? She can move planets,
dude. She's Dragon Ball Z. Okay, she's a Super Saiyan, man.
She's power stronger than.
I know. Captain Marvel was kind of just silly, dude. And hey, shout out to Bree. Bree, smile and don't smirk so much, dude. People may actually like you, dude. She did a good job.
That movie was a good movie. It just she can move planets. That's crazy.
Well, here it goes like this. If you moving planets, how is Thanos moving you?
Right. You know? That's my thing too.
Yeah, man. So I'm just saying. So it's all good. It's all good. Hey, yo, I did. Speaking of DC Universe, I am excited, man. This Titans is going to be crazy, dude. They're literally bringing everything from the Titans '80s comic book into live action.
Yeah, and you can check out the Titans '80s comic book on DC Universe too, and hopefully they do bring out some more of the characters from the Titans comic book. But I did see the Nightwing costume for Robin. So
you damn right. Hey, Suave. They got Superboy. They're gonna bring out Terra. They're gonna bring out Jericho. They're gonna bring out Deathstroke. They're bringing out Night. I mean, dude, they're bringing out everybody except for the kitchen sink, dude.
I think that's awesome, man.
Man, Cyborg has been like, Doom Patrol. I'm taking a little hiatus. I need to go over to Titans and kill somebody. So, hey, and Doom Patrol has been crazy though. Will you speak a little bit about Doom Patrol and what your thoughts are on that?
Sure. I like Doom Patrol in its comic nature. I think Crazy Jane is very, very super powerful, and I like it. I like all her personalities. My favorite episode was when they went into the underground, which is Crazy Jane's mind, basically. And, like, just the way, even though they don't have as many resources as other film companies and other networks, they still can make a good show. And I definitely appreciate that about DC Universe and about Doom Patrol. And if you ever want me on DC Universe, let me know, because I definitely tune into the DC Universe dailies, which they have daily episodes explaining about basically the comics and the episodes and everything that's coming out on DC Universe. So shout out to DC Universe, man. And Doom Patrol. So my thing is, some of the villains are hilarious because it's like half dinosaur, half plant man.
I love it.
It's just funny, man.
Hey, so do you ever watch Legion?
Legion?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So I've always watched Legion of Superheroes, the comic, and like basically the cartoon since it came out. So I've already seen those episodes, but I watch it sometimes.
He's talking about the TV
FX show
on
Legion.
FX.
Yeah,
on FX. I've checked that out. I wasn't really that because out of all the Mutant X-Men series, I wasn't happy about that. I like the other show on Fox. I'm trying to remember its name right now.
Wait, not New Mutants, right?
It's basically New Mutants, but it's not called that. It's called because it has all the people from New Mutants. I'm trying to remember it right now.
Oh, so hey, the reason why I brought that up is because I want to ask you this: if Crazy Jane had all of her powers unified, and she would have control over them and stuff, who do you think could stop her?
That's crazy because she can only use each power at once, but she can use them. She can switch them each second. So I don't know. Maybe Superman. I don't know. That's a good question. Who in the DC universe could stop her?
Yeah, man. So literally, think about it. Who could stop her, dude? And I would love for Doom Patrol eventually to get their stuff together and give Clint a better. So the whole thing behind he was called Robot Man for the longest time. And the thing was with him, the professor kept upgrading his body so that he kept looking more and more human.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'd like to see him in a more humanoid body and stuff.
That would be cool. But yeah, I'm trying to think who could stop Crazy Jane, because she kind of unstoppable.
Literally, tell me, in the DC universe, who do you think do you think Raven could hold up against her?
No, I think Raven has too many. Maybe Zatanna could stop her, but I don't know.
Nice, yeah.
Maybe Dr. Fate, but I can't really think of anybody else because she has 36 powers. It's crazy.
Yeah, I love that about her too, and I love that the professor. Spoiler alert. I love that the professor kind of was the instigator with all those tragedies, dude.
Yeah,
and the whole premise behind the Doom Patrol, the reason why they're called Doom Patrol is because they're always fucking up. Like they'll be sent in to save a city, and they'll save the city, but all the people die. Or they'll be sent in to save a city, and they save all the people, but everything's destroyed. Like they're always messing up. That's their thing. So
I think that's a lot of human, like, it showed their humanity.
It's human nature, man. You try and sometimes mess up.
Yeah, and you just fail sometimes.
Yeah, hey, how do you feel, dude? How deep is it to know that you beat your father up?
That was crazy. That was a crazy episode too, and I like that the dynamic that they have between, because that's always the cyborg dynamic. Hey, like, I'm a black man and I hate my father,
right?
But it went a little too far for me. I'm like, dang, this dude. I was like, Mr. Nobody had this dude basically kill his father.
Yeah,
just went inside his head. because maybe I want to see how powerful he is. So we're gonna see.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna give another spoiler alert for you guys should have finished Doom Patrol. Everybody listen to us. Come
definitely.
on. Yeah, but here, check out Cyborg. This is Cyborg for you. He was suspicious of his father, so he gets tricked by the villain to beat up his father. Cries, has all this guilt over beating up his father.
Right.
Then turns out that his father actually lied to him. So then he's like, I should have kicked your ass. Then it turns out the professor lied to the father and the Cyborg.
Yep.
Dude, I don't care crazy. How superpowered you are. That's some twisted shit.
So that's another thing, because Doom Patrol, it couldn't have the great CGI effects, but it made it up for it with all the acting, man, and all the plot lines. Some of them were comical, but it got deep and dark. I was like, whoa.
And I get a little, Ozzy Killmonger is a little sensitive when I'm not trying to take over Wakanda, So I get a little sensitive because, hey, and also not on the fantasy tip, on some real human stuff, real stuff. Having Brandon Fraser in that series with all the stuff that he's been having to deal with in Hollywood and stuff, it's cool, man. It speaks a lot that he was chosen to be Cliff. I get that on a whole lot of levels about that cat, dude.
What did Brandon Fraser do in Hollywood?
Dude, man, I'm not trying to be a bummer, man, but so this cat was, I'll say it too. He's good. He's a good-looking dude back in the day, from the Scorpion King to the Mummy, all those series, right? So he was the new Hollywood golden boy, like good-looking, everyday good-looking dude, goofy, but has some talent. Well, apparently, he's one of them Me Too dudes where, like, some of them Hollywood executives are trying to do some dirty stuff with him. But like, yo, man, take your shirt off. And he's like, what? No, I don't need to do that. And they're like, no, take your shirt off, take your pants off. We want to see some stuff. He's like, yo, this is crazy. No, seriously, look him up. This is a crazy story. And he's like, I ain't into it. And it affected him, dude. And he stepped out of Hollywood for a while. That's why there was a hiatus for a while where Brandon was nowhere to be found, And so him coming back on this, that to me, this shows all this crazy potential for the DC universe, man. I mean, Apple's trying to do their thing, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, Stars, everything, but I appreciated seeing him in that role, and because he's in a tragic role, and so it spoke a lot to me to see that. And I love the one line where Robot Man Cliff is like literally says to the professor, so you want my help to get your daughter when you're responsible for me not seeing my daughter? Give me back 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's deep. But yeah, Brandon Fraser has been through a lot, dude. And it's an interesting thing. It's crazy.
Man, it sounds like a lot, and I'm glad for him that because he did an excellent job as his character, and I believe.
He is a hapless idiot. You know what I mean? Like and by the way, big shout out to having Flex Metallo. Flex Metallo for folks who don't know, Flex Metallo is from an actual amazing graphic novel. And he has all those powers. And if you ever read the graphic novel, and it's called Flex Metallo, it is so surreal and so trippy. It's so beautiful. And so just to have him in the Doom Patrol story is amazing and beautiful. It's cool. Yeah. It's cool.
I thought it was cool, too, because I wondered who that character was. And he was just like, Flex, and then something happened. Flex.
So he actually, I want to go and make sure I get all the information right, pull into my Ozzy Killmonger library. But he's an old character from way, way back in the day who, I got to get the writer's name, who the writer repurposed and made him that. And it's crazy, dude. It's cool. Folks, when you get a chance, go download or go to your local comic book shop. I prefer if you went to your local comic book shop and go get Flex Metallo, man. It's a cool story. I wasn't hip to him until like about maybe 10 years ago. So it's cool.
Definitely sounds cool.
So let's switching gears to one of the things that you kind of do is anime. I have a kind of an anime question for you.
Sure.
Dragon Ball Z Tournament of Power. Kefla versus Goku, Ultra Instinct. When she's throwing her barrage of blast at him, and she ends up getting her full blast ready for him. Lays it on him, and she says she catches him in the air and says, "You're off the air now." Goku counters by making a Kamehameha, using the Kamehameha to slide down her beam into a full blast right into the face. Let me ask you, do you know what scene I'm referring to?
Yes.
Is that the greatest counter in anime or fighting history?
I don't know about fighting, but definitely anime, no question. And when I saw the scene, I was like, dang! Because at first when I saw Dragon Ball Tournament of Power, I was like, okay, will it live up to as good as basically Dragon Ball Z? And I was like, yes, it definitely did. And when he did that, I was like, dang, because I was like, Goku, if Goku battled Superman, all he needed some kryptonite and he would whoop Superman, but Goku is probably the strongest being ever. So I'm not sure in fighting history, maybe there's some scene, like some regular scene that I haven't.
Wait.
Arya stabbing the Night King.
I gotta interrupt. Tell me this. Okay, I just need justification. I'm sorry, I don't know my Dragon Ball Z. Goku versus One Punch Man. What happens here?
Okay, so Goku versus Saitama. Saitama beats anybody in one punch, so it's kind of not fair, but I still think Goku would beat Saitama. Saitama beats everybody literally in one punch. He literally, like, he literally dodges, like, lets the villain talk. Like, this is an episode of One Punch Man, and then he just punched him, and then the villain's dead or destroyed or in the air. It's kind of funny, to be honest. But I think I'm going with my boy Goku, man. I'm going with my boy. One Punch Man has a lot of good characters. I just don't like how Saitama is just super strong because he's bald, basically. And that's his. And then because his sidekick, Cyborg, whatever number it is, he says, "How did you get so strong, Master?" And he said, "By a good nutritious diet and
200 push-ups, 300 sit-ups."
And 300 sit-ups. And then they're like, "What?" And it's just funny. But Saitama's very strong. If All Might, the only person I think could battle with Goku is All Might from My Hero Academia.
Goku's not even the strongest in the Dragon Ball universe.
Who's stronger than Goku, Broly?
No, Whis.
Whis, oh my God.
The Grand Master?
Yes, I have a lot of things about Whis.
And if we want to get technical about it, Zamuso is stronger than Goku because Goku didn't beat him, Trunks did.
Oh,
but Trunks came and helped because Goku. It was like a counter, basically. That
Goku did nothing. Trunks beat him with the Spirit Sword.
Yes, because the Spirit Sword's all powerful, though. Come on, man.
I don't doubt that, but fair. Goku couldn't. I don't think Goku could have beat him.
But he got beaten, so Goku's still number one, man, and Trunks is still. I think that they should do something where it's Trunks and Goten, basically. I like how they did Dragon Ball Super, but I think that they should do one where it's Trunks and Goten and they move on with their lives. Because I'm like, Goku, I guess he's immortal, but damn, this dude gonna survive all. He's gonna be the main character for everything that Dragon Balls does. Come on, man.
Well, the Cell Saga was supposed to be Goku's swan song, and that was supposed to be Gohan kind of taking the mantle. But
all you people that love Goku, that's why they kept them around, see? Because of you, Suave. Only because of you.
Well, that's not true. It's just people just grew up.
No, I'm going to tell you what the truth is. That's the truth.
No, people just grew up. Oz doesn't even watch Dragon Ball Z. So.
Oh, I know my Dragon Ball Z, son.
No, you don't.
I do know Vegeta, Trunk, son. I don't play around.
His name is Trunks.
His name is Trunks. Is Vegeta? Is that right or wrong?
Who's his mother?
Vegeta's mother. I don't know.
No, who's Trunks' mother?
Who's Trunks' mother?
Trunks' mother is Vegeta's girlfriend.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Oh man!
If you don't know her, you don't watch
classic
Dragon Ball Z,
characters.
dude. Because she's been there since the beginning.
Yeah, like okay. So hey, spoiler alert.
There's no spoiler because you don't know who it is.
No.
When do I ever get names right? But I know the premise.
It's Bulma.
You have to know Bulma. She's been there since Dragon Ball.
I believe it's pronounced.
She's Goku's oldest friend.
I believe it's pronounced Bulma. Who cares?
Like this dude talking about he know Dragon Ball, but he don't know Bulma. Suave.
I know about Cell.
Regular Scott, I have a question for you, man, because we're debating.
I know about Pikachu.
What up, Suave?
Who has more drip? I'm gonna give you 3 characters: Vegeta, Trunks, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Hey, before I answer that, well, actually, I'll just answer Yu Yu Hakusho. But can you explain to Oz what drip is? Because he doesn't know what that means.
So drip, man, it's like the type of clothes you wear. It's the type of style that you have. It's like you finesse. Like Vegeta, for example, he has so much drip that Yamcha was like basically Bulma's like boyfriend. Until Vegeta came, he's like, yo, I know I'm from another planet. I'm a Saiyan, but why are you with him? You need to be with me. And she had a kid, and then she had Trunks. So Vegeta just had more drip, more swag, basically.
Yes, I understand the premise of drip. I get it. Yeah. Thank you. You mean like swag, clout.
Yes.
Dare I say the old school world of sex appeal, attraction, game, as they like to say.
Yes,
correct.
Game.
Thank you.
Correct.
Yeah. Hey, a shout out to Vandal Savage because I'm not that old, bros.
But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, dude, no question.
I agree. And I was telling
Afro Samurai could take out all them fools, man.
Yu Yu Hakusho would hit him with a spirit shotgun and call it a day.
I'm saying,
yeah,
dude.
That's just not even fair for Afro Samurai, man.
Hey, JoJo would kill them all.
Not fair for JoJo, whatever his name is. JoJo in the Greatest Adventure. Nah, it's not fair for him either. Yu Yu Hakusho, man. He basically almost died in the spirit tournament, and just his spirit bombs just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yo, let me help you out, dude. I would, if I had to go up against any of them fools, I'd hop in my Gundam and just take care of business, dude.
Yo, your Gundam wouldn't do anything against
Goku.
Hey, Suave. Yamcha would beat his Gundam.
Goku,
That's
Vegeta would be like, even Cell would be like, it's a Gundam. Yeah, I know.
I would sick Yamcha. I would sick Videl on his Gundam.
I'm about to put my Voltron,
You
the vehicle Voltron, up in this
Krillin
piece, dude.
do his little cipher, whatever that disc is, and kill the Gundam in one second.
I'll get Krillin to throw a Destructo disc and cut that Gundam in half.
Destructo disc and cut the Gundam in half.
And then I'll get every one of my magicians from Black Clover. I get my dude from full.
Hey, you know what?
Okay, Ozzy.
Hey, I'm gonna put it into all this. I'm gonna put it into all this. Is Oz the leader? Oz is the leader of this group, right? Watch this. I'm gonna call my boy Light from Death Note.
Oh no!
And I'm gonna call it a day.
Yeah, I mean that's not fair because Light.
I know that's
he just
I'm
got
gonna
right.
just call it a day.
Light's in his notebook, like okay, like in somewhere underground, like okay, Goku dead. All
Hey, just like that. He don't even know who killing him. That's how I'm gonna do it.
That's really cheap, dude.
I think Defo's not even fair. He can't fight because it's just crazy. And I love that.
Bump that. I'm using all. He on my team.
Oh,
that's my first pick.
Okay, one of these must go. Regular Scott. The pen from Death Note.
These.
Or Beast. And they're gone forever from Take a Knee from our spoiler alert.
Well,
spoiler alert. We already know the answer to this one.
Never mind. Because somebody left.
Somebody left.
Because he was like, y'all not talking about Polar enough.
Shots fired.
Suave. Shots fired.
What's up? Hey, Suave, we're gonna have you back over here every time now. Oh, that yo. Hey, and I already said I profusely apologize. After I saw John Wick 3, I was like, man, Polar, man, you can put that back in the cold, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Suave.
It was just the villain was so like it was just it was I like Polar. I'm not gonna say it was
the action scenes in Polar were cool, but the villain was so booty, dude.
Right.
Anytime you got a spiked haired blonde white dude who's wearing glasses, who's fat, be scared. You're like, oh, we're treading into very bad, very, very, very bad water here.
And then I was like, because John Wick, man. That man might be able to beat Goku. Like if Goku took John Wick's cat, I don't know. I'm not going. I would think Goku would win, but John Wick, it seems like he's immortal too, man. And it's crazy.
So you know my whole thing. You saw John Wick 3, right?
Yes.
Hey, so you know I was probably under narcotics and beer when I said this, but but you know when he says to his holder, he goes, I am old. I know he meant that I'm OWED, but I kind of thought he meant I'm OLD, like I'm immortal, and you should be scared of me because he literally is. They call him the angel of death.
I took it as ODE.
I know, I did too, but man, I wanted it to be like him saying you should fear me because fools, dude, man, that cat lost a finger too.
Yes, man.
After chapter 3, after everything, death count up to 1,000, and he after chapter 3 just lost a finger. You should be terrified.
Cause man, John Wick's been sending Goku and Vegeta and Trunks all of them to the spirit world. They all gonna be popping up in the spirit world at once. Like, dang, this dude John Wick.
Dude, the dragon is scared of John Wick. He's like, y'all ain't gonna find my balls, dude, because this guy's crazy, man. You know? Yo, man, I'm just saying, John Wick chapter 4, the only thing left is just fighting in the water and fighting in the air. That's all he's... Yep. I promise you. Spoiler alert. Here it comes. Spoiler alert. It's going to be chapter 4, a couple epic fight scenes of him either skydiving or him underwater fighting something underwater. He's got to, because they're trying to do all the stunt things they can. That's the last thing.
Does Keanu Reeves do his own stunts?
Dude, check this out. So do you know who... all right, I'm going to be a little political right now. You know who Alex Jones is?
Go ahead.
That joke of a man. That pathetic joke of a human being.
Yes.
I mean, that sack of turd. Anyway, he posted one time because he's all about the guns and stuff. So he posted one time. He goes, "This is what a real man does," and it's a minute and 30-second clip of this dude going to town in a gun practicing range. Yo, it was Keanu Reeves practicing for John Wick 2, dude. And so there's footage you should see on YouTube of the footage of him practicing for John Wick 3 and see Halle Berry too, dude. Man, Keanu is ruthless, dude. He's one of my favorite actors just because he goes in deep and goes in hard and he ain't about no stupid stuff.
So, Ozzy, I have a quick question for you. Do we forgive Halle Berry for her performance in Catwoman because of her performance in John Wick?
Suave, I will quickly reply to you. Halle Berry, I'm gonna say it right now for all the listeners. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit me up on my Twitter. I'm a little lonely because I have one friend, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that. Hey, Halle Berry is invited back to the barbecue and the picnic table, dude. She redeemed herself in John Wick 3 from Catwoman. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Dude, she was lost in the wilderness for a long time. And John Wick 3, you saw her in her beautiful long hair, beautiful gown, everything. Then you saw her in action. You're like, oh shit. You know? He shot my dog, John. Yeah, Hallie, I get it, baby. Yeah, man. Yo, she went hard, dude. She went hard. And again, the little hidden secret about John Wick is from basically the brainchild, a bunch of other people. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but it's the brainchild of these two stunt guys that worked on The Matrix. So that's why you see all these hardcore stunts. That's what I'm saying. Chapter 4 is good. All they want to do, don't think of it as this amazing storyline because it's kind of cool, but think of it as trying to showcase the beauty of the human body and stunts and stuff. There's some yo man, the horses, the motorcycles. There's some crazy scenes, dude.
Man, it was crazy. It was a great movie.
And I got jealous. I'm not a hater, but I am jealous. I want one or two dogs that can be like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. It was cool, dude. Yo, hey, Suave, I saw Hellboy and Brightburn too.
I haven't seen Hellboy or Brightburn. Don't spoil them for me.
I need to get your opinion on both.
I know Brightburn. I'm gonna check out Brightburn because that's basically a Superman turned bad, which I've always been waiting for. Because I personally don't think Superman's the coolest person in the DC universe, and he's too powerful to me. But we could talk about that another time.
So, I always had this theory behind all that Krypton stuff, dude. That's always pissed me off.
Yeah.
So, Krypton is under a red sun because a yellow sun makes everybody there super powerful, right?
Right.
So the story, here's another one of Uncle Oz gives away $1 million. So the story behind all this is, I had always thought that there was a super big war back in the day, the Great War, a long time ago. And we barely won, and so we exiled all them fools to a red planet, to a red sun as punishment. That Kryptonians, Draxamites from Moonell, those cats too, because they were all in league, and the Watchkeepers for that Krypton planet was the little island of where only the black people live, because they were sent there to make sure they were good. And Jor-El, after centuries and centuries, finally sends off one of his children to a yellow planet again. I always thought that was a great premise. Yeah, man, them Kryptonians ain't so great, dude. And their whole thing is they never ever explored space. They just kept to themselves for some mysterious reason. So I was like, oh, that's a great story,
Yeah, have you ever seen Krypton yet? Shout out to Sci-Fi.
Shout out to Sci-Fi, and I think that's coming over to the DC universe. I'm about to start watching it, dude.
It actually did. The first season actually did. So I think the second season is coming to the DC universe or whatever Sci-Fi is doing. But yeah, I like that show. It doesn't make it because it doesn't really, for the canon. It's not as good.
Right.
Zod comes back. That's what really lost me. But everything else with it was really good. Even Brainiac coming to Krypton.
Dude, that fool! I am a sentient robot that just goes around collecting planets.
Right.
And by the way, I'm gonna get my ass kicked so much that descendants of another planet are gonna have some of my intelligence. Dude, yeah, hey man, shout out to Brainiac 5. That green-skinned, blonde-haired, crazy cat, dude.
Yeah, I like Brainiac 5. Shout out to Legion of Superheroes. He's
literally like the smartest
he holds
cat.
It down. Yeah, he holds it down on in the comic books too. Also, he's
dude,
probably my second favorite Legionnaire.
So you know that they squashed it when they killed her off the first time, but Brainiac 5 and Supergirl used to have a hot and heavy romance back in the 31st century.
I did not know that.
Well,
I guess I'm not that far ahead.
Oh, dude. Well, no. Don't even worry about it because it's so. If you ever watch, no, that's not even true. If you ever read Crisis on Infinite Earth, you'll see that there's one scene that has There's one comic cover. It's the issue that covers where Supergirl dies, and you see it's iconic. Superman is crying and he's holding his cousin in his arms. and he's crying, right? So they have a big funeral session at the end of Crisis where they're like, all these heroes died. And so they had a homage to Supergirl. And you see Brainiac 5 with his head down, just bawling, crying hard. Those two had a very hard and heavy relationship. Because Brainiac 5 basically was just going, yeah, we can't do this, but I'm attracted to you. And she's like, yeah, I'm a Kryptonian. I'm super powerful. And he cured Mon-El of his lead poisoning disease, by the way.
Yes,
there's lots of cool stuff happening with that.
Yeah. And then, like, because it's actually funny, because if you think about it, Brainiac 5 and Supergirl being, because Superman and Brainiac are, of course, worst enemies and stuff. And so it's just funny that him and Supergirl are attracted to each other. I never even thought about it till now. I'll be killing on this, so thank you.
Well, they had a little shout out to in Justice League Unlimited where they had I think possibly Green Arrow, Supergirl, and another person were sent to the future, and Supergirl chose to stay in the future because she's like, I found the boy who I kind of like, and it was Brainiac 5. So, because like Supergirl and Superboy, man, they used to travel back and they used to travel forward into the future all the time. That's when DC used to have them have unlimited powers. But it's kind of cool and interesting.
Yeah, it definitely does sound interesting.
It's straight nerdum, dude. Because like lots of like Brainiac 5 cures Mon-El. There's just all these little sub stories. It's good. It's good stuff. Darkseid makes an appearance in the 31st century, by the way.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's lots of little cool things. I was going to say that some of the characters like Elemental Lad, it's cool. There's cool.
Yes, Feral Lad is one of them. I like him too a lot.
It's so cool, right?
Yeah, and I like what's his name? I, of course, like Cosmic Boy, but I'm trying to remember. He's basically a wolf. I'm trying to remember his name.
Oh, Timberwolf.
Yes, Timberwolf is really good character. I like too.
Yeah, Timberwolf is cool, and like Ultra. I like the premise of Ultra Boy.
Yeah, Ultra Boy
is Superman, but he only turned his powers on one at a time, though.
Right. Exactly.
But the thing that people forget is that the flight ring gives you a limited force field and lets you fly, so he can just go, shoot, dude, I seen it turn on my other like powers. I got flight down, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, I geek out on the Legion of Superheroes a lot. It's just like there's lots of really cool stuff that happens with that.
That was your time to take your showers and stuff like that.
Hey, so shout out to everybody that had a chance to change their oil in their car from my little monologue.
All right, let's wrap up with one of our favorite games we like to play. One's got to go, and we're gonna play it with the Marvel Universe. So one of these teams has to go: Fantastic Four, X-Men, the Avengers, or the Defenders. Now, when I say one of these has to go, that means every incarnation of them. That means they were never created in the comics. They were never put on the movie screen. They were never put in print.
Hey, wait, I need clarification for everybody. Do you mean the Defenders as in Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones,
all
Daredevil?
The incarnations?
Well, no, because the Defenders is another group. The Defenders, which is like Nighthawk,
and so no incarnation of the Defenders.
That's Doctor Strange too.
Wait,
yeah,
but
so no incarnation of them.
Okay.
Just like there's plenty of incarnation of Avengers.
Okay.
There's different incarnations of Fantastic
Doctor Strange is an Avenger and a Defender.
Hey, yeah. So tread lightly, dude. I say one more time for everybody. Say it one more time with our four.
Fantastic Four, X-Men, Avengers, and the Defenders.
Hey, Spider-Man was a freaking Fantastic Four member and an Avenger.
That's why I said no incarnation of them.
That's crazy, dude.
So that only leaves us one option, and that's not fair because they're the coolest superhero team ever. Because I'm not going to say their name.
Who?
X-Men. They're the coolest superhero team ever.
Well, hey, look, here it goes like this, dude. If you say X-Men, you need to be careful because Beast went on to be in the Avengers.
See?
Storm did a little stuff with I think the Fantastic Four before, So this guy backed himself and us into a corner.
I didn't back myself into a corner.
Okay. Wait. Hey, Suave.
Okay.
Suave.
So yeah.
Hey, Suave. Watch this. Regular Scott.
When Doctor Strange is gone.
Yeah. No. The Defenders are gone. I don't need the Defenders. Why do I need the Defenders?
Doctor Strange is gone forever.
Yep. Don't need them.
Daredevil's gone forever. Luke Cage, Iron Fist gone forever. Jessica
Don't
Jones.
need them.
Regular Scott, I know you've seen Daredevil season 3. How can you do that, man? That's not even fair.
Because if I have to pick one of those four, I'm going to pick the Defenders to go. I can't get rid of the Avengers. I need Captain America. I can't get rid of the X-Men. I need Gambit. I can't get rid of the Fantastic Four because that's the first family.
Hey, Hank Pym was in the Defenders for a little bit.
Well, then he gone too. He can go too. I don't need him either. He the reason half the problems happen in the Marvel Universe and in the comics. So he can go too.
All right, well then I'm going to be contrary. Just because you pissed me off, I'm going to say the X-Men.
Wow.
So, hey, look, Suave. So this dude picks the one team that's all about us black folk. He picked the team that's about us black folk because he's mad.
Oh, no. Actually, I really want to show my anger with this. I rescind what I just said and strike it down. This is what I want to say. Just because this guy is being a jerk right now, the Avengers need to go. Every single type of Avenger, Revenger, they need to go.
So no Black Panther.
So everybody's gone. Everybody in the DC,
everyone's not gone.
Everybody in the Marvel Universe is gone.
Everyone is not gone.
Name someone who's still around.
Just the X-Men.
No, Beast gone, dude.
Nightcrawler wasn't an Avenger.
Yeah, Nightcrawler, Wolverine wasn't.
Gambit wasn't an Avenger.
Wait. Swab, I'm sorry. Wolverine was an Avenger, sir, and a secret Avenger. Gone forever.
Hey, but Gambit wasn't. So my favorite characters are still here. So that does not affect me.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Hold on.
You keep trying to affect me, and it's not working.
Nah, dude. Hey. Okay, so there. Look, Avengers out.
All right, Suave. So it's on you. I picked the Defenders.
Dude, say the X-Men. Hey,
who you got?
Say the X-Men just because all the X-Men. Just because all the
X-Men. Because of Black Panther. So I'm gonna choose the Fantastic Four.
So you choose the first family. So that means Spider-Man's gone.
Okay, hold on. So Suave.
Hey, Spider-Man don't need to be there, man.
Okay,
but he there though.
But he there though.
Hey,
and by the way, Black Panther was in the Fantastic Four too, man.
What was Black Panther in the Fantastic Four?
He was introduced in the Fantastic Four.
And the Fantastic Four they sometimes have a rotating
But he
group.
wasn't a member of the Fantastic Four.
Oh, no. Yes, sir, he was. Check out some of the more 2012 to 2016.
Hey, no, that's not the Fantastic Four. That's what is it called? That's
no.
That's Illuminati version of it.
Wait, hold on. When Reed Richards or any of the Fantastic Four members leave, they always have a group. So check this out. Spider-Man has been a Fantastic Four member.
Yes, I know Spider-Man.
Hey, She-Hulk has been a Fantastic Four member. Black Panther has been a Fantastic Four member. Okay? And here's the other thing that's the dirty little secret if you say that. Reed Richards is the reason why Unstable Molecules, every single superhero and some bad guys' costumes are made of unstable molecules so that when they shoot their flames or whatever, it doesn't burn their suits. He developed that. So they don't have any suits like that anymore.
Okay, I don't care about the suits, but all right. So Black Panther's gone. I'll take Fantastic Four back. I guess I got to say the Defenders. I don't want Daredevil to go.
Man, say the X-Men just to get regular Scott.
I'm not saying the X-Men. You
can't say that.
Dude,
you can't pick Hey,
I'm not saying.
Hey, so look, if you would have picked the Fantastic Four,
except for the Brotherhood.
If you would have picked the Fantastic Four, that means
get a regular.
That means Luke Cage would have been gone. She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Ant-Man.
Luke Cage is gone because of the Defenders, though.
He's gone anyway. But look, Storm would have been gone. Black Panther, all the Richards. Spider-Man, Miss Thing.
All right, I'll say the Defenders, man. That was a hard question, man.
All right, well, I got another one. We're going to go to the DC side.
Okay.
And then we'll wrap up with this. Here it is. One of these has to go, and it was never created.
Ugh.
The Riddler, Mr. Freeze, Bane, Ra's al Ghul.
All right. So I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say the Riddler because Mr. Freeze and the Riddler, Bane has a lot of to do because Bane fights the Justice League also, and Bane also is the only person that cracked Batman's back. So he gets to stay. Ra's al Ghul is, of course, the Justice League's enemy, and Ra's al Ghul is very, very important because he's the head of League of Shadows. However, I'm gonna say the Riddler because Mr. Freeze is trying to provide for his wife who's about to die, and the Riddler just a psychopath. Like, we don't need the Riddler.
Now, so here's the thing. Let me just get this to bring it all back home a little bit. So, Mr. Freeze, I hear your point. I love love. Love is very dear to me. But to find a cure for your wife that's sick does not mean you need to kill an entire city or torture other people. That's not fair. And Edward Enigma, he is not really a bad guy. He just likes puzzles and riddles. And so if you ever read Kingdom Come, he's actually a good guy. He hangs out with Selena, Catwoman, all the time and just wants to solve puzzles.
Is okay? In Kingdom Come, I was gonna say, is Catwoman a good guy though? Is she?
Catwoman has always blurred the lines. Yeah. She is always for herself, but there's a beautiful love story which is called The Bat and the Cat.
And she's in love with Batman.
And those two had this awesome love affair for years and years. Even when Bruce Wayne starts to get a little bit senile, it's cool. It's a cool love story, man. It's awesome.
I have a question for you guys, man. If one had to go between Harley Quinn and Catwoman, who would y'all choose?
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I think she's overrated too.
She is overrated. A made-up character for Batman animated, and I'm just saying, hey, if you're a psychiatrist and the Joker has turned you out, you should have, man. You should have just got some. You should have just been a bead maker, or said I want to go to school to make soap. God, dude.
The Joker turned her out.
Yeah, like straight up, just like he spoke with you 2 times and turned you out and made you a bad person. Oh, honey, you were just waiting.
Yeah. It was already inside you.
I'm not trying. I apologize for being controversial about this, but Harley Quinn has always been to me the school teacher that has sex with their student. It's just like, what the F, She is the perpetual school teacher that has sex with her student and it says, "But I love him." Nah, dude, you don't. You love crazy. That's what you love. Okay.
That was deep.
Pudding. Oh, come on.
What about you, Regular Scott? Between Catwoman and Harley Quinn, who you taking out?
Catwoman can go.
Wow.
Yeah, because he loved crazy. He loved anybody who has a baseball bat with multicolored hair.
I just went on a rant for no reason talking about your decision when the person you picked wasn't even about what his rant was about.
It wasn't what my rant was about.
What was his rant about?
Hey.
Look, he went in. Who was his rant about?
Harley Quinn has to go.
That's not what we were talking about.
Oh, wait, which one? Which one?
You went on a rant about his Riddler and Freeze pick before that.
Oh, because that was one of the folks that had to go.
You went on a rant about the dude he didn't pick.
If I'm a comic connoisseur, I'm gonna break down knowledge for you. That's what I do.
He didn't even pick the one you talked about.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what the real deal is. Regular Sky is over here like daydreaming, dude. This kid seriously is up here like making thought bubbles. And I'm like, yo, man, participate, dude. This guy seriously is checking his stock. He is on E-Trade. Y'all joke on me, dude. He's the new V's. He's on E-Trade, bumping up his stock.
You
while we're
taking
trying
a
to do
shower,
show.
regular Scott?
What's up?
You taking a shower right now?
Dude, this shit, literally, this dude washed his car, checked his stock, sent out a 4-page memo to his employees for the work for tomorrow while we're doing our show. Yo, man, okay, next throw a knee. We may be down to one. Next.
Dude threw a knee.
Next. Yeah, I feel like I just threw my knee out, dude. I'm carrying the weight of all this show by myself, dude. My knees are buckling, dude.
All right, now you need to answer my question. Which one are you getting rid of?
Yeah.
Oh man.
He said of Mr. Freeze though, didn't you?
Mr. Freeze, he can go. He can leave. He's insignificant. He has not done anything. Edward Enigma makes Batman a better detective. Mr. Freeze just makes Batman go, I need to have some ice-resistant stuff.
Hey, you know what? Let me make this harder then. How about these three? Okay. One's got to go. Bane, Ra's al Ghul, the Joker.
Wow. Bane gotta go.
Bane
gotta go.
Hey.
Batman, Joker, the greatest villain in history, man.
Hey, Suave. Bane's gotta go because he's basically just a made-up dude who's just to fuck up Batman.
Yeah. Joker, the greatest villain ever, man.
Hey, and by the way, there is no contest with this. Regular Scott's 3 were kind of booty because the Joker is actually 3 different people.
Yeah.
And pretty much immortal. Bane, we do know, is pretty much immortal with the Lazarus Pit. Yo, Bane, I'm sorry, I meant Ra's al Ghul. Bane is just Batman. I'm a person. Man, Bane just needs like some throat loungers. That's all he needs. Bane has a bad cold. That's all he's got.
Have we read the latest Bane arc?
Which one?
Have you read the latest Bane arc?
Wait,
are you taking out regular
Scott? Like fighting, had him and Batman side by side doing their thing.
No,
there is no. When you have another arc, it means that they are tired of you, Bane.
Hold on, you're talking about Bane having multiple arcs. The Joker has a different arc every third arc.
Darkness. You don't understand darkness. I was born in darkness.
So you're judging all this off the movies?
No, I'm just saying.
You're judging all this off the movies.
No, I'm judging all this off. Look,
because that's what you just quoted the movie twice.
All right. I'm not trying to be that person, and we're getting controversial, and I'm trying to be more Zen-like as I get older. But hey, screw the Zen. Look at this, man. Bane. You need some scorpion, venom, viper stuff to make you a better person, where the Joker's just crazy and Ra's al Ghul uses his brain.
And the Lazarus Pit. Let's not act like he doesn't use the Lazarus Pit.
Without Ra's al Ghul, there's no Bane.
When was the last time Bane is basically a cokehead? Okay, and Ra's al Ghul dips his butt. He goes into the pit, dude. I'm just saying, man.
That's an addiction too, though.
But
it's been proven that that's an addiction.
Right, but the addiction is making you live for 500 years,
right, but you can't
versus you being just like on steroids. Literally, you're drinking. Bane is on steroids.
You can't call out one addiction and not the other just because they use 2 different things.
Yo, man,
it's both addiction.
One is taking a Epsom salt bath, and the other one is like literally being a crackhead.
So it's both addiction. They're both addicted.
Hey. I'm just saying like this, man. When it's all said and done, Bane smells like his poison that he gets into him. Ra's al Ghul smells like Irish Spring. I'm just saying, dude. Get it together, man. Bane should go. If the Joker, so you can always pair it like this: Ra's al Ghul and the Joker taking on Bane. There is no contest. Ra's al Ghul and Bane taking on the Joker, Bane's insignificant, dude.
I disagree. And secondly, on your Mr. Freeze thing, Mr. Freeze is one of the few villains who in the comics, in the cartoon, has a complete arc as a villain. And there's a reason for his madness. And you feel a sympathy because when you have the love of your life like that, you will do anything to heal them.
Okay.
Or at least you should.
Right. And so this happened to Mr. Terrific. And what did Mr. Terrific do? He said, I'm going to help other people. Mr. Freeze said, I'm going to freeze people. Come on, man. Get out of here, dude.
But it doesn't. But they're both doing whatever they feel is right.
Again, it's not about whatever you feel is right. You should be doing what is for the greater good. Mr. Freeze could have channeled all his energy.
So what's more important, the greater good or your family?
Hey,
greater good or your family?
The greater good.
Here's my thing with the greater good of your family, because here's my thing for Mr. Freeze, because Gotham is going to be, the Joker's still there, everybody's still there, so it ain't never going to be no greater good.
Suave, Suave, what's more important, the greater good or your family? Oz said the greater
family.
Oz said the greater good is more important than family.
Yeah, because the thing is, Gotham going to be bad no matter what. You might as well protect your family and get as much money as you can.
Exactly.
So and the Riddler just crazy. He just making up like a bad guy that makes up puzzle. He can go,
dude. But the Riddler is not all bad. Mr. Freeze is just a jerk.
He's a jerk, but he's a jerk for his family.
Yeah, but
my wife has been stricken down with a terrible disease. Instead of me focusing all my energy to solve this disease, I'm gonna start freezing cities. Come on, man, get out of here.
No,
dude.
How about this? Ha ha ha, Batman! You got.
But he's not just freezing
your
cities,
girl's
though.
sidekick and your boy's sidekick. Ha ha ha! One of them got to die. Ha ha ha!
This is the one right here.
That's crazy. Like, at least Mr. Freeze is doing it for somebody. This dude just doing it to like have laughs and giggles. Like. It's crazy.
You know what? Hey, man. All of them are crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Quick question for you guys, though. If you had to let one person go.
Regular Scott. Every time. Oh, sorry. You didn't finish your question.
Between Lex Luthor, Lobo, Brainiac.
Luthor, Lobo, or Brainiac?
Lex Luthor, Lobo, Brainiac, and Doomsday. One has to go.
Oh man, fuck Lobo, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Who is Lobo? Lobo is either stronger than Superman, or in Young Justice, he's getting his finger chopped off.
Brainiac can go.
Oh, you ridiculous! That means, hey, if Brainiac goes,
Brainiac can go. I enjoy Lobo.
Hey, Suave. I'm gonna hit you straight to your heart, dude. I'm not trying to be.
Go ahead.
Not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be professional and do my job. This cat, the regular cat, said Brainiac goes. If Brainiac never existed, the whole planet.
Superman doesn't even come to Earth.
The whole planet. Supergirl never comes to Earth, and the whole planet of Brainiac 5's planet never exists either. Brainiac 5 never exists, and Brainiac 5, by the way, made the flight rings and everything else for the Legion of Superheroes. So think about that.
Yeah, man, you can't take out Brainiac.
Hey,
I
can't.
expected Lex Luthor before Brainiac.
Nah, Brainiac can go.
Man, Lobo, why are y'all scared to let go of Lobo? What does Lobo have over your head, dude? Hey,
I'm letting Lobo go before Lex Luthor, but those are the bottom two.
Hey,
Doomsday gotta stay because he killed Superman. So
this show is an intervention, dude.
For you,
regular Scott. What does Lobo have over your head? Were you scared to let go of Lobo? Lobo ain't real, dude. He ain't gonna hurt you, dude.
And neither is Brainiac. Lobo is one of the most underrated and underutilized characters in the DC universe.
Needs a tomato bath. He is one of the dirtiest, silliest characters.
Exactly. That's what they need, man.
I am rolling around space on a space motorcycle.
Right.
Dude, it's awesome. He's an indestructible force that
Dude.
just has fun.
Dude, this dude is a beer-drinking, intergalactic Hell's Angel on a space motorcycle. Get rid of that. Yo, I don't need an unstoppable superhero with a chain wallet.
He's like the Guardian on a motorcycle, huh, Uncle?
Yo, all he needs is a mirror wig and he'll be set up. This dude has you one of the most powerful beings in the world, in the galaxy, in the universe, and you have an indestructible chain wallet to go with your a space motorcycle. Get out of here. Okay? You know, this dude talking about, I just want to be free. He said, Lobo said that he had a problem and destroyed a galaxy because that galaxy had a helmet law. So he had to wear a helmet with his space motorcycle, so he got upset. Yo, Lobo, you got to go, dude. Thank you all for agreeing with me.
I figured you had 10 more minutes left. So.
Oh yeah, hey, actually, while I'm on my little monologue, Lobo came in and changed my oil for me. Thank you, Lobo. The best space mechanic ever who exists. Come on, dude.
Word. All right, final blow time. Suave, what you got for the final blow?
All right, final blow. You guys need to listen to Black M.A.S.S podcast. Man, shout out to Take a Knee from Marvel vs. CC. Shout out to Blurred Vision podcast. Shout out to Blurred Comics podcast. Shout out to the Geekly podcast.
What you plugging all these shows on our show for?
Man, I'm trying to get endorsements like y'all, man. But anyway.
Not our show, man. Dude, that's kind of cutthroat, man.
Hey man, it's like Mr. Freeze, man. When you gotta fight for something that you believe in, man, you don't care about everybody else, man.
One of these must go, and it might be Suave.
But anyway, and then shout out to Black M.A.S.S podcast. We do music, anime, sci-fi, and sports. We're gonna talk about the NBA Finals, of course. And shout out to Kawhi Leonard for carrying the old Serge Ibaka, a terrible Kyle Lowry, and being a sacrificial lamb in DeMar DeRozan's words because he's not as good as Kawhi.
Hey, look, dude, couple things about Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's not terrible. Kyle Lowry is one of the hardest working point guards playing right now. Like, do you see him battling Draymond on the block?
I see him trying to get a charge from Draymond on the block. That's what I see.
Well, he does lead the NBA in playoffs and charges, so there's no trying with that. But do you see him he boxes out, like he plays hard? Like, how do you not like this dude? He's not like Steph. Okay. Steph is soft.
Regular Scott, man. Steph definitely battles on the block too. But here's the thing: Steph Curry never got crossed up by Kevin Hart. So that's all I'm gonna say. Kyle Lowry got crossed up by Kevin Hart. This man is a fat, undersized point guard who definitely gets charges called. And I definitely agree with him by the Warriors owner pushing him. That was wrong. But Kyle Lowry is a bum. He is a bum. Fred VanVleet's been battling more than Kyle Lowry, and he's going to get that starting spot. But shout out to Black M.A.S.S podcast. We're deeper than Wu-Tang. And y'all need to follow us. Just listen to us on SoundCloud. And thank you guys to Take a Knee from Marvel vs. DC. It's always a great time. I always enjoy my time on here. And I just want to thank you guys for all that you've done. And you guys are like a big brother podcast for me, so I appreciate it. And that's my final blow. That was long. Y'all probably took a shower. I'm sorry.
What you got for the final blow?
Lobo must go. No, I want to piggyback on what Suave said earlier. Man, DC Universe continues to evolve.
No question.
And be amazing. And I'm going to say this. Marvel's cinematic movie game has outpaced DC and will, but I'm telling you, DC Universe is going to crush Marvel or Disney when it comes out because they're ahead of the game. Keep pressing on, DC Universe. You got at least 2 backers, hardcore fans right here, and yeah, man, that's all I got.
Oh, hey, regular Scott, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I don't want to take any shots at Disney. Disney platform, it has Marvel, it has Star Wars, it has everything. So I'm not taking any shots. Uncle Oz, you're on your own with that. But shout out DC Universe, they definitely do their thing. But I can't wait for Disney platform to come out with all the Star Wars stories, with all the Marvel stories, with all the Disney original films and everything. Like, they're gonna have Recess on there from the 90s. Like, I can't wait. But yeah, I'm not taking any shots at whoa. So don't piggyback back off of what Suave said, because I ain't taking no shots at Disney platform.
Exactly, Suave. As Suave said, he's taking many shots at Disney platform. He thinks they're not as good as DC Universe. And I agree, Suave. And so Disney, when you have any complaints, don't send them to Take a Knee. Send them to Suave and Black M.A.S.S because they have dissed you guys repeatedly, and I'm just here supporting you guys in whatever you do. Thank you, Suave. I appreciate for clearing that up.
No problem. I was like, whoa, we're not taking shots at Disney now. Whoa,
hey, whoever wants to endorse our show and give us some free swag, we love you all. But DC, keep kicking ass. And Jim Gordon, man, Batman, Jim Gordon fucked you up, dude.
Uncle Oz, which is better between Star Trek and Star Wars, man?
Oh man, don't even give me Star Trek every time.
You're crazy, but we'll go into that another time.
When you watch the latest Star Wars and you're all hyped until you actually go in there and watch it, you're like, oh shit, that's okay. All right, hey, I'm just saying. When it comes to celebrating the original diversity, Star Trek has outpaced Star Wars. I'm glad Star Wars is catching up. I will be there watching. I'll be there to watch Lil Ray do a somersault over a TIE fighter. Hell yeah, dude! You know, I'm gonna be there looking at Billy D. Williams drinking a Colt 45 in the Millennium Falcon. Hell yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, come on now.
For my final blow, shout out to Suave for coming on.
Hey, man,
check out Black M.A.S.S. Follow us on Twitter, Need for Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. Email us at needformarvel@godefylife.com. We got new merch. We got the new logo out. We got tees. I don't know if the sale's still going on, but we had tees going on for $20. You couldn't beat that. So definitely check out our Go Defy Life shop. Check all that out. Like I said earlier, we got a Battleground dropping real soon, so look for that in the next month or so. That'll be coming. Suave will be a guest on there.
Yes.
We got a couple other surprises coming for the Battleground.
Just a couple.
So yeah, that's all we got. Suave, tell everyone you'll talk to them next time on the Battleground.
Man, I'll definitely talk to you guys next time on the Battleground. And shout out to Regular Scott and Uncle Ozzy Killmonger and V's. I don't know where V's is, but shout out to him, man. He's one of my favorites, man. Shout out to Take a Knee, man.
V's left the show, dude. You won't be seeing V's no more. You won't be hearing V's no more.
All right. Well, shout out to all the other members of Take a Knee. Man, dang. Woo. Life comes at you fast.
Yeah, he was on the show, then he left the show and he never came back.
Yeah, he might come back after he finishes his shower, but we'll see what's up.
Let's tell everyone we talk to him next time.
Hey, good people, as usual and always, peace and chicken grease.
Y'all have a good time, because we're going to have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Welcome to the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with Lynn and Kim. Join us as we discuss the latest in everything from entertainment and current events to the craziness that is our real life.
Let's laugh, let's live, let's talk about it. New episode every Tuesday on the Defy Life Podcast Network. And remember, if you're not defying life, then what are you doing? Lynn and Kim.